Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Warthog, NATO 10.2. Okay. Yeah. So tech. Since Rhineland was liberated, NATO now has 4 major army bases. So we've got Advanced SLBM, SDI, Chemical, and Top Gun. Looks to me like Advanced SLBM is it. Yep, Advanced SLBM is it. So there's stage 1 of that. Okay, there is no diplomacy, no diplomacy. There's no nuclear releases to roll for. So we have purchase. NATO, oh, I forgot to do their missiles. Let me get that real quick. So 1, 2, 5, and 3. Okay, there we go. 5 cruise missiles. And 3 anti-ship missiles. There we go. Okay, wait, are they going to shoot any of those? No, they aren't. All right, here we go. They're spending 5 battle stars and 1 IPP for a minor airbase upgrade. Then they are spending 17 on an A-10, an attack bomber, and a fighter. And then they're spending 15. No, not 15. They're spending 35 on 4 next-gen MBTs and 3 attack choppers. Okay, combat. There is going to be some combat. There's red arrows going every which direction. Okay, we'll start here. The destroyer from M6 comes down to M4 to attack the Warsaw Pact diesel boat. Next, all the forces in Marmara except these 3 paramilitaries and the SAM. Everybody else is attacking into Bulgaria. From Greece, everybody except the 2 paramilitaries is going to join the attack on Bulgaria. So there's that. Then we have an attack on northern Yugoslavia. That'll be everybody from Veneto, which is that card right there, plus a fighter and A-10 from Lazio flying across the sea there. From Marmara, an ASF is going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get over there and join the attack. From the carrier here in M7, 2 ASFs and an attack bomber are flying 1, 2, 3, 4 to get in there and join the attack. And that's everybody. Warsaw Pact has decided they have just, no, hold on. Let me look here. Yes, they have. The fighter from Lazio is going to do a seed on the SAM in northern Yugoslavia. And the fighter from Marmara is going to do seed on the SAM in Bulgaria. So both of those SAMs will lose their first strike. Now, Warsaw Pact has decided that it is going to scramble the two fighters from Romania into Bulgaria and the two early gen fighters from southern Yugoslavia into northern Yugoslavia. So that's everything that's going on there. Then we come up here. I think you can see it all there. There is an unopposed attack to liberate Bavaria coming out of Rhineland. That is going to be Formex and a self-propelled artillery have liberated Bavaria. So there's no battle star because there was no fight. Okay, then NATO is also going to attack East Germany. So you've got the guys here in northern Germany that are going in there. From Benelux, you got two advanced ASF going in. From Rhineland, you got 4 next-gen MBTs and 2 attack choppers going in there. From Picardy, you've got 3 fighters, 2 attack bombers going in. You got a strategic bomber going in to carpet bomb. Then here in the North Sea, you've got A-23, the attack bomber from the carrier flies in there. The SSN moves over here to A-10. It will shoot a cruise missile 1-2 in there. And the cruiser and destroyer from A-23 also come over to each shoot a cruise missile. And then the major air base in Rhineland shoots one for a total of 4 cruise missiles going in to support the attack. Warsaw Pact has decided that the 2 early gen fighters from West Czechoslovakia will scramble into the battle. And I believe that's it for combat movement. I believe it is. Okay, so first off, there's the Deputy Assistant Chief of Staff resting after supervising the Whopper's calculations of all the operations going on here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is the little sea battle in M4. So that's a destroyer. That does get a hit. So the diesel boat defends. for a miss. I thought that was going to be a 2 there for a second. Okay. Sink sub defending alone. That's exactly what we had happen here. So that's going to be a naval battle star for NATO. All right, now we're going to have the Battle of Bulgaria. So I will get those things moved over to the board. I got them all set up here. Of course, it is mountain terrain in Bulgaria, so all the attacking land units are -1. They do have a field artillery in first strike. The defender, oh no, seed. That's right, so he goes over here to the 6 hole. So they do not get first strike. Okay, so we have one field artillery. And it's a big surprise. Okay, now there's 2 advanced ASFs. And there is a 1, so there's 1 air hit. And that is an air battle star for NATO. Okay, next up we've got a Spag. And he is taking 3 shots because there's 2 fighters and an air cav. Nothing. Okay, 2 light infantry at 1. Nothing. Then we got 5 mechs at 2. There is 1 hit. Then there's an MBT at 3. An A10 and its normal 5. Missed. Whew. And a fighter at 6. Okay, there is a hit, and that is a land target select for a fighter. Yes. So 1 land target select. It's not very good shooting, but it is mountains. Okay, so for the defender, there's 2 fighters on air superiority. They got 1 air hit. So that's an air battle star for Warsaw Pact. Now they've got a SAM with 3 shots. Oh, 2 hits. So that's 3 air hits in total. Okay, now they've got an air cav and 4 light infantry, all defending at 4. There are 3 general hits. Well, I would say Warsaw Pact definitely got the better of that engagement. NATO took it on the chin. They do have 1 land target select hit, so they're going to hit a light infantry. Take that off. And then the air hit, well, air cav has to be taken last, so they've got to take a fighter. They don't have any choice. That takes that off. Air hit, 3 air hits against NATO. So they're going to have to take those advanced ASFs roll at 8. We're going to All right, they're taking the 2 advanced ASFs. Reason being, okay, where did it go? It fell into, oh, my sculpt wound up on the floor. It's not very good. Okay, there's 2 air hits there, and then they're going to have to take the A-10. So that clears that off. 1 general hit. Of course, they're going to take on their SAM. Take that off. 3 general hits. Take the field artillery is 1. The SPAG is 2. And 1 light infantry makes 3. Now it is 3, 4, 5 defenders. 5, 6, 7, 8 attackers. So NATO is going to try again. So that guy goes over there. So now we have We have 1 light infantry and one light infantry and 5 mechs. Well, the light infantry got a hit. That's better than nothing. MBT. Miss. Fighter. Fighter got a hit. So there's 2 general hits. So now defending. You've got an air cav, and 3 light infantry for 2 hits. And then a fighter for a 3rd hit. Warsaw Pact comes out on top again. They have to take 2 general hits, so they're killing 2 light infantry. Take that off. NATO has to take 3. It's going to be a light infantry and 2 mechs. So now it is 3, 4, 5 against 3. NATO's going to press it again. Okay, so this time we got 3 mechs. Red is the MBT and blue is the fighter. Okay, that's a land target select. That's a hit. That's also a land target select. These missed. So there's 2 land target select hits. Yeah, the mechs all missed. They needed 2s. So we've got a fighter, an infantry, and an air cav. Okay, fighter's blue, infantry's green, air cav is yellow. Fighter got a hit, the other 2 missed. Okay, so 2 land target select hits are going to take these guys off. Don't know if that would have made a difference. And then 1 general hit is going to kill a mech. And NATO's going to press it again, they want Bulgaria. They want them out of there. So two mechs. The MBT is green or red. The fighter's blue. Well, there's a hit, and there's a hit. They got two hits. They only needed one. The fighter defends for a hit. So he's kaput. And this time NATO's going to lose the MBT. Because if there's a counterattack, of course, the mechs will defend a point higher. Okay, so Bulgaria is captured. We'll set that guy there for his non-combat movement. Get a roundel. Okay, that's a land battle star for NATO. NATO goes up 1 to 54, Warsaw Pact down 1 to 23. Okay, next up we will have the Battle of Northern Yugoslavia. I will move all of that over here. Okay, here we go. Again, it's mountain terrain, so the land units here are -1. The self-propelled artillery is shooting battlefield nukes at 2. 2 field artilleries are defending with chemical at 3. The seed mission negates the first strike of the SAM. And here we go. So here's 3 battlefield nukes. There is a hit with a 2. All right. And there are 4 chemical field artillery dice. And they got 2 hits. So there's disruption and 1 casualty. So everybody, the land unit goes down another place. And 1 casualty. So for the first strike hit, Warsaw Pact is going to lose a field artillery, and NATO is going to lose their self-propelled artillery. So that's done. Now we go to regular stuff. So we got 3 ASFs with 1 hit. Air battle star to NATO. Now we've got 6 mechs at 1. Well, there is a hit. Didn't expect that much. Okay. Now there's an MBT at 2. Yes, there's a next-gen MBT at 4. Okay, that is a land target select. There's an A10. That is a land target select. Fighter. That's a land target select. And attack bomber with battlefield nukes. And there is one hit there. Okay, there we go. Now the Defender. Okay, we've got 2 early gen fighters on ASF. There is 1 air hit. So that's an air battle star for Warsaw Pact. Now there's a SAM. 3 shots for 1 hit. 2 air hits total. 2 early gen MBTs. Nothing. MBT. Nothing. And 2 air cav for 2 hits. Okay. Well, the 3 land target selects, of course, are going on the MBT and the 2 air cavs. Since air cav is now a land unit, not an air unit. That takes that off. Air hit. Warsaw Pact has to take an early gen fighter. Take that off. 2 air hits. NATO is going to take the 2 Tomcats. Take that off. And then 2 general hits apiece. Now they're going to choose the field artillery and the SAM. And then NATO will take 2 mechs. Okay, they're going to press the attack. He goes over here. He stays there. Okay, here we go again. ASF attacking. That is a miss. He needed a 5. Okay, there's 4 mechs. There is a hit. The mechs come through with a hit again. Okay, MBT. Miss. Next gen MBT. That is a hit. Oh, nope, he's at 4. So that is not a hit. A10. Miss. Fighter. There's a hit by the fighter. And attack bomber. There's a miss. They needed 3 hits, only got 2. So 2 early gen MBTs and an early gen fighter. 1 hit by the early gen fighter. Okay, 2 general hits they take on the early gen MBTs. 1 hit NATO takes on a mech. And they're going to press it again. ASF. That's a 2. That will do the job. So the early gen fighter defends. Oh yeah, and that's another air battle star for NATO, because that is an air superiority hit. He missed with a 7 in return. Take that off there. Land battle star for NATO. Northern Yugoslavia is not worth any money. So I'll pause and put these things back, and then I'll bring Northern Germany over. Okay, just acknowledge a mistake. I realized when I put things back There were 2 attack choppers in Veneto that I forgot to include in the attack, but it's too late now. But they did move in to occupy northern Yugoslavia with the others. Okay, so here we are. Got 4 cruise missiles with PGM in first strike. Got 3 self-propelled artillery that will use battlefield nukes in first strike. The seed mission negates the first strike of the SAM. There is a river penalty going into East Germany, so even though I've got them in their regular spots, the ground units, of course, will be -1 on the first round. So we have well, they're going to have to do air defense because they don't have first strike, so they can't stop the cruise missiles. I'm talking about the Warsaw Pact SAM. So here's the cruise missiles coming in with PGM. That's going to be good for 2 hits. So 2 first strike hits. And now 3 Warsaw Pact self-propelled with battlefield nukes. There's 1 hit. That's all I see. Okay. So 2 hits by NATO. Of course, Warsaw Pact's going to take 2 self-propelled artillery. And then 1 hit in return by Warsaw Pact. NATO. Yeah, they're going to take it on the SAM. They're not going to let him shoot. Try and get out cheap. Let's go ahead and get that off there. Okay, so now we have 2 fighters on air superiority. And there's 2 hits. 2 advanced ASFs. There is 2 more hits for 4 air hits, and that's 4 more air battle stars for NATO. So now there's a strategic bomber, carpet bombing, and believe it or not, there's actually 2 general hits. Okay, now there are 4 mechs. At 3, they've got close air support, so there'll be 3 on the first round here. And there's 3 hits. Wow. Surprising. So that goes up to 5. All right, 2 MBTs. Wait a minute. Was one of those a 4? I think one of those hits was a 4. So that goes down to 4 instead of 5. 2 MBTs. Okay, there's 1 hit. Now we're up to 5. 2 attack choppers. Well, there's 2 land target select hits. Okay, now we have 4 next-gen MBTs. There is 1 land target select hit. So this goes to 3. Fighter. Another land target select hit. And now we got 3 attack bombers dropping battlefield nukes. one. It's a land target select. Okay, there's another land target select hit at 5. And then we've got 4 more general hits. Take that up to 9. Okay. I believe that's going to be enough to wipe them out. Okay, they've got 4 early gen fighters on air superiority. And there are 3 hits. The fighters are getting it done. Okay, so that's 3 more air battle stars for Warsaw Pact. Now they got a fighter on air superiority. He gets another hit. So there's another air battle star. That's 4, not 7. Another air battle star. Okay, now we have Sam taking 3 shots for 1 hit. So that's a 5th air hit. Okay, now there's 4 early gen MBTs for nothing. 3 MBTs for 1. I believe that is a land target select, yes. 1 land target select hit on defense. And 2 light infantry. For 2 general hits. Okay, there are 18 hits. Yeah, that's more than enough to wipe these guys out. Okay, so 1 land target select hit, they're going to put on an MBT. Take that off. 5 air hits. That hurts. So NATO NATO is going to take, what's a strategic bomber cost? It costs the 7, costs the same as an advanced air superiority fighter. All right, they're going to take 1 ASF, 1 advanced ASF, 2 fighters, and the strategic bomber. That's their air hits. So that takes that off. That was right, wasn't it? No, that wasn't right. It was 5 air hits. 2, 3, 4. They got to take it. All right, they're going to have to take the other advanced ASF too. Take that off, and then 2 general hits. They will take on 2 mechs. Okay, there she is. Let me put things back. Okay, that is another land battle star for NATO. And that's going to be NATO up 4 to 58. Warsaw Pact down 4 to 19. Fallout goes up 2 more points to 6. And I think everything is squared up. Let's go over here. Let's look at the result of our combats here. You can see Marmara is pretty well emptied out. as is Greece. But what does Warsaw Pact have to threaten them with? Not very much. And then the same thing up here. Rhineland and northern Germany are empty for the moment. But as I said, what does Warsaw Pact have to hit back with? Warsaw Pact took it on the chin. Pretty hard. All right. Combat is over. Non-combat. Okay, this fighter from East Germany is going to land down here in Bavaria. Wait, he can't do that. That was just captured this turn. Okay, the fighter then will land in northern Germany along with these two attack bombers. The Navy attack bomber flies back to its carrier. Okay, these two MBTs are going to move from Benelux up to northern Germany. Honecker, as you can see, has retreated back to Warsaw with the East German Politburo and the Warsaw Pact Council of Ministers. Okay, over here, this MBT in Piedmont moves over to Veneto. The three mechs from southern France move over to Piedmont. The two light infantry from Catalonia move to southern France. Okay, here, these guys, the fighter, the ASF, and the A-10. The A-10 only had one gas left. He has to land in Veneto. No, that's incorrect. The A-10 can go there. The fighter has to go here. He only had one gas left. Now, I've got it wrong again. Yeah, that's right. Because the fighter came from Lazio. The A-10 came from Marmara, so he lands there. And then the ASF lands in Lazio. And this guy goes back to his carrier. He's got enough legs to do that. Okay, we got all that done. Oh wait, there is another non-combat. The damaged cruiser here in M10 is going in port there at Marmara so he can get repaired next turn. So there's just the diesel boat and of course the ASW chopper and the SOSUS net protecting the southern half of the Black Sea now. Okay, now that's it for non-combat. I will go get some stuff and we'll place some units. That was a great big old fight there in East Germany. The Bulgaria fight wasn't anything to laugh at either. Okay. For starters, do like that just a bit. Oh, we don't need that. Okay. The fighter goes in Lazio. Yeah, fighter goes in Lazio along with an attack bomber and the A-10. Those all go there at the major air base. Then shift back this way. 2 attack choppers are built here in northern Germany at that minor air base. And then in Rhineland, we got 4 next-gen MBTs and an attack chopper. And then the air base upgrade we're going to put in Picardy. Okay, there we go. That's all units placed. Now we collect some money. Well, and we give them their missile production. That's 4 cruise missiles and 3 more anti-ship missiles, which will make that a red. Okay, NATO is at 58. Now let's see. They do get a +1 for Northern Yugoslavia. So that's going to give them 59. And they have totaled up here a whole bunch of battle stars. 2, 3, 4. They got 11 battle stars out of this round. Okay, I believe that'll do it. Ozark Outpost, over and out.